Hi everyone, welcome back to Java for All. In this video we are going to talk about the callable statement. As you know, we have statement and specializations, we have statement, prepared statement, and now we have the callable statement. What is and when should we use callable statement? Callable statement is a statement focused on getting data from stored procedures and functions. Well, the difference between functions and stored procedures is that functions must return a value, and stored procedures you have the option to choose either return something or do not return anything. So let's see how it works. The first thing we are going to do is create a stored procedure. For that, just type the following code. First, let's change the delimiter, because stored procedure is kind of a Java method. If it's your first time writing one, you can have like loops. Okay, you can have if, else, and like you have a block of code that if you are typing regularly without changing the delimiter, you would have something like this, and it would just break your method in the middle of it. So that's why we are changing the delimiter to something different. And now create a procedure. Let's give a name. Store procedure, get producer by name. And then I'm going to type here the argument will be search varchar limited to 100 characters. Now, has been quite some time since I saw someone using store procedure. I would say 2006, between 2006 and 2010. I used to see several databases using store procedures. For example, there were some tables where there was some quite sensitive data where we could not execute the select like we have been doing so far. So the only way to access was through store procedures, and the number of columns, of course, was limited to what we could see. So there are some uses for store procedure. Here we are just seeing how we can call them from our Java method. And now let's say that we are getting everybody from producer, where the name like the search. And that's why we changed the delimiter, because if we were using the semicolon right here, you would get an exception because you didn't have the store procedure properly written. And then, oops, not here, begin, end, and then we go back to semicolon. So let's execute this. Make sure that you have your Docker Compose up, and of course a Docker engine. So just Control Enter. As you can see, something happened. Let's refresh, and we have our stored procedure. Right click, send to SQL editor, procedure call. Actually, it did send to the wrong place though. Let's create a new one. I thought Control N would open, but I completely forgot what was the Control T as Tango. Again, send to SQL editor, and we can pass something here. For example, in HK, between single quotes, Control Enter. Okay, so it is working. Now let's get this entire call, and let's go back to our Java. First, we are going to use the find that we have for the prepare statement, because it's very, very similar. So we are going to start here, because since we have the prepare statement, that's basically the same thing as the callable statement, the code will be really similar. So here we are going to return a callable statement, and we are going to change here callable. Just change the prepare to callable, and everything will be the same except here we still have to use the wildcard, and you see the prepare statement now is prepare call. You could return prepare statement, but since we are working with callable statement, cool. Basically the same thing, but instead of using prepare statement, we are using callable statement. And now we are going to duplicate this entire method here. Control D, and we are going to change the name to find by name callable statement. So basically this will be the same, this will be the same. Here it will be different, callable statement find by name, and everything else is exactly the same. Now let's test. Go to producer source, copy the name here, and find by name prepare statement. Control D, Control V, Control V. Go back to connection factory. I'm going to comment this out. I'll copy 28 and 29, remove the comments, and then find by name callable statement. Let's check it out. Control Shift of 10. Okay, we have Madhouse. If I pass something that does not exist, we have the correct result. So basically, pretty similar to what we had before with prepare statement, but now we can call store procedures and functions. I hope you enjoyed. That's it for this video. Let's continue with more topics in the next one. Bye bye.